Hey everyone, it's Matt Donahue with Mission Financial Planners. Metalheads, Ozzy Osbourne passed away today. And whether you really like Ozzy Osbourne or not, he had a huge impact on music and culture, right? You can see the picture of me and my mom at a Metallica concert last year. I'm going to miss him. So let's jump into your weekly market recap. We've got some inflation updates. We've got some season's momentum or earnings season momentum, some stoic reminders about get out there and do it, just like Ozzy would have. And let's talk about powers of attorney, a little bit about elder care planning. So last week, CPI rose about 0.3% month over month. Producer prices were flat, and consumer sentiment crept up to 61. So not a bad week. Inflation's still lingering, but it's not accelerating, and people are feeling a little better, but no one's popping champagne yet either. Looking ahead this week, we're looking at some updated PMI numbers plus fresh data on new and existing home sales. That'll give us a good read on whether the American consumer is still willing to sign on the dotted line and paint their nursery. Earnings season for Q2 is going to pick up speed, and the big banks are leading off. Analysts are expecting 4.4% or so year-over-year EPS growth. Some of the main drivers are revenue growth, which is adding 3.8 percentage points, margins 1.4. Buybacks are actually a drag, subtracting about 0.8%. So buybacks are a drag at this point. The one twist really is the tariff impact. The U.S. brought in about $28 billion in June alone, which is triple what it earned in March, but it hasn't shown up in inflation data yet. But it's already pulling some of the earnings estimates down from 7.8% in April to 3.8% going into July. Was it overkill? Maybe, but if Q2 earnings surprise on the upside, Q3, Q4, we'll see what they look like. 2025 as a whole, analysts were expecting about an 8.8% earnings per share growth, which is down from 10.5% earlier this year. What's the strength? Hey, it's still the Magnificent Seven. Yeah, those seven are driving 41% of total earnings growth. Tech and communication services combined to make up about 65% of the S&P's earnings growth. AI spending is fueling a depreciation storm, but early monetization is encouraging. Meanwhile, deregulation is helping out with financials, expected to contribute about 15% of the year's EPS growth. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You've been made by nature for the purpose of working with others." And boy, if that guy didn't personify that, I don't know who did. He would go out, get crowds fired up. Was just a great musician, inspired tons of musicians as well. Even he, though, had trouble getting out of bed. So if you're dragging yourself through the morning grind, just remind yourself, hey, what you do matters. You might not be getting up on a stage trying to get 30,000 or 50 or 100,000 people fired up, but you also weren't made to lay in bed all day like a dog, right? You were made to contribute, to cooperate, to get out there and do something. Show up. The world's waiting. Let's make the most of it. Some practical planning for you. Powers of attorney, not really that glamorous, but absolutely essential. If you're married, your spouse might not have the legal authority to act on your behalf if something happens. That's where a durable power of attorney comes into play. There's different powers of attorney for taxes, finance, healthcare, mental health, you name it. The key thing with powers of attorneys, though, is they have a fiduciary requirement to act in your best interest. So choose your agent wisely. The agent is the person who exercises that power. Make sure they understand that law. And yes, there is a HIPAA clause that your attorney needs to make sure is in there for you as well. Shane, let's talk a little bit about guardianship. We've talked a lot about extended care so far this month. What happens when you get sick? What happens when your body won't do what you want it to do? Who's going to come in? Who's going to help you? Guardianship is a little more rigid. So gone are the days of black and white decisions to strip away all rights. Courts today will do a much more nuanced assessment. They'll do collaboration between the ABA, psychologists, probate judges. They may even talk to us as your financial planners to find out what's going on. Capacity isn't just an on or off thing, though. It is task specific. You can't manage your investments, but you can still cook dinner, right? That kind of thing. You might struggle in a new environment, but you do okay in your home and your neighborhood. That's going to matter too. So if guardianship is necessary, try to tailor it to what the concern is. Some financial capacity and values. Hey, money, courts, bills, make sure you always ask smart questions though. Can someone who's dealing with some issues manage cash, pay bills, make a will, avoid scams, right? If someone's helping them, does that person know? Are they trustworthy? Are they in debt for some reason? And again, if we're in the picture as a financial planner, it's going to matter. Planners can serve as an advocate for the client. We can relay concerns to family. We can ensure that the dignity, the autonomy, and the values that are so important to you remain front and center, even in tough times. So whether you're planning for your parents, your spouse, your own future, this is the work. It's part of what we're building together. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check our charts and disclosures in the link below. And if this got you thinking about your earning strategy, your estate documents, or just your morning routine, give us a call. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great week. Thanks again for everything, Ozzy. You had a fantastic year. You had a huge impact on a lot of people, and we won't see the likes of you again. Thanks. Bye-bye.